There's a stretch of asphalt in West Texas that most people have never seen. It's called the River Road, or FM 170. It's extremely remote. Not a place you want to visit when you're low on gas. But it's arguably the most beautiful drive, not just in Texas, but in all of America. Carved along the Rio Grande, this two-lane road cuts through some of the wildest, least touched country in the state. Volcanic canyons, ancient rock formations, and views you simply can't get anywhere else. Today, we're covering the River Road Threefer, 3 stops that define the soul of Big Bend Ranch State Park. Stop 1. The Hoodoos. What exactly are the Hoodoos? They're rock formations that look a bit like mushrooms, but really, they're a lesson in deep time. These are part of the Tascodal Formation, created roughly 30 million years ago during the volcanic eruptions of the Chisos and Bofacillos mountains. Massive layers of volcanic ash settled here, and over millions of years, the harder caprock protected the softer ash underneath, creating these pedestal rocks, the Hoodoos. Native Americans and early frontiersmen used these formations for shade and navigation along the river long before the pavement existed. Walk among them, and you're walking through a graveyard of ancient volcanic debris. The loop here is only 1.1 miles, but it's one of the most underappreciated hikes in the park. Walk all the way to the riverbank. You'll see the Slick Rock, where the Rio Grande has carved deep grooves into the basalt. And don't climb on the Hoodoos themselves. That soft ash base is extremely fragile and can crumble under your weight. Stop 2. Dom Rock and Colorado Canyon. This is the most famous pull-off on the River Road, but most people don't know its real name. To locals and film buffs, this is Dom Rock, the precipice where Kevin Costner and his crew dug up their friend Dom in the 1985 cult classic Fandango. But as iconic as that movie is, the geology beneath your feet is even more dramatic. The canyon you're looking into is Colorado Canyon. While the famous canyons in the national park are carved through ancient white limestone, Colorado is a different beast entirely. It's the only volcanic canyon in Big Bend. These dark, jagged walls aren't sedimentary. They're the remains of incandescent clouds of atomized magma and ash that erupted from the nearby mountains millions of years ago. The Rio Grande didn't just erode this path. It sawed through solid volcanic rhyolite and basalt. Look at the color. Colorado means red in Spanish, named for the deep ferruginous hues of these volcanic rocks. And because this soil is mineral-rich, unlike the sterile limestone elsewhere in the park, the walls here are a hanging garden of cacti and yuccas you won't see anywhere else in Big Bend. You're also standing on the Big Hill. At a 15% grade, this is the steepest paved road in Texas. Use your low gears when descending. More than one traveler's brakes have been smoking by the time they hit the bottom. Don't just stop for the photo either. Look west with your binoculars. You can actually see the river disappear into the mouth of the canyon, a spot where the Rio Grande has the highest average gradient and the fastest rapids in the entire region. If the volcanic history of Colorado Canyon has you hooked, local outfitters offer float trips right through the canyon itself, an entirely different way to experience what you're looking at right now. Let's move on to our third and final stop, the pièce de résistance of the River Road. Stop 3. Closed Canyon. If you were driving FM 170 in the late 1800s, you would have passed this spot 1,000 times and never known it was here. This is Closed Canyon, one of the few true slot canyons in Texas, a literal tectonic fracture that the Rio Grande's tributaries have been sawing through for millennia. Geologically, this is a shift. While Dom Rock was volcanic, we're now back in the Colorado Canyon limestone. This canyon was formed by vertical erosion. Every time a monsoon hits the plateau above, water is funneled into this narrow crack. The water carries silt and sand, acting like sandpaper, polishing these walls into a finish that feels like cold marble. The history here is one of silence and shadows. Because the entrance is so well hidden, it was a legendary refuge for livestock and outlaws escaping the heat. Step inside, and the temperature drops 15 to 20 degrees instantly. The acoustics change too. The hush of the canyon is a stark contrast to the wind out on the river road. A few things to know before you go. The tinajas. You'll notice deep pockets in the floor. These are tinajas, Spanish for jars. Even in a drought, they can hold stagnant water for months. Bring waterproof boots if you intend to go deep, since you'll often have to wade through these to progress. The pour-offs. About a half-mile in, the floor drops. These are pour-offs, natural stairs carved by waterfalls. They're deceptively easy to slide down, but because the rock is polished to a glass-like finish, they're incredibly difficult to climb back up. Don't push past the third major drop unless you have technical gear and a partner. Never enter this canyon if there's rain anywhere in the watershed. In a slot canyon, there's nowhere to climb. A flash flood here isn't a stream, it's a wall of debris. Always check the radar for the entire county before heading in. The River Road is more than just a drive. It's a rite of passage. Hit the Hoodoos, Dom Rock, and Closed Canyon, and you've seen the soul of Big Bend Ranch State Park. This road eventually ends at Studi Butte, a great place to fuel up and hydrate before your next adventure. For more great videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. To plan your next West Texas getaway, be sure to go to visitbigbend.com. See you next time.